The following video is a case study for the CorreLog customer, EGIS Systems, a managed security services provider based in Hendersonville, Tennessee. The presenter here is EGIS Systems President and CEO, Troy McClendon. This video is an excerpt from the CorreLog customer use case webinar presented in October of 2012. If you would like the complete PowerPoint presentation from this webinar, please contact CorreLog at info@correlog.com. That's info@correlog.com.
Thank you, George, for the introduction. As George mentioned, I'm Troy McClendon with EGIS Systems here in Hendersonville, Tennessee, which is just outside of the Nashville area. And today, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about actual case study of how we use CorreLog with our client base. And those guys are across the country. Make sure I'm taking control here. George.
You get it? Let me give it to you again.
Yeah, it's not advancing.
How about now?
Nope. Try that.
There you go.
Try it this way, George. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. As you can see, our products and services, how we align with CorreLog. Basically, with EGIS, we are an IT consulting company, and with our vertical focus on security only. So from assessment services, network assessment services, a variety of security products focused to our vertical. We do have a healthcare vertical. We do a lot of HIPAA assessments and high-tech and meaningful use type compliance. And I would say a good 85% of our business is delivered through an MSSP model, and where CorreLog has assisted us in delivering that service. Some of our requirements we had for our clients was to monitor, as George mentioned earlier in the presentation, access control, logs, and as you guys may struggle with on a daily basis, you can put all the technology in place that you want. However, those technologies generate logs, and it's someone's responsibility to review those logs to get intuitive information to see exactly what's taking place within your organization, whether that's access or that's just through some type of malicious activity. And so with our client base, we see a lot of technologies implemented but not getting used in the proper format to do anything with the results that are being kicked out in log generation. One of the things that CorreLog has allowed us to do was a seamless transition to the ease of deployment and being able to capture those logs through the various devices that our client base has, and then correlating those into something that is usable, that we can present in a report format to our clients and discuss on a continuous basis. Access control was key for us as an MSSP. Our model was to distribute data collectors at each location, our client base, and then have them not see each other. So permission to see other folks or other data collectors in various locations, we could eliminate that and still provide our clients what we weren't able to do in the past without CorreLog, was provide our clients an actual dashboard that they could utilize on their own in conjunction with our security analyst. Schedule those actions based on that information, and again, see the events that we're correlating on their behalf and that they can see for themselves through alerting process, and tie those together where we're actually an extension of their team, or in some of the smaller properties that we work with, we are their IT team. So having those events correlated into one single console and being able to distribute that information appropriately to whatever team that our clients may have was our requirement. And again, we couldn't do that in the past without CorreLog. They made that their products and solutions made that a seamless effort for us. What we deliver, this slide represents a complete security management process for us, starting with policies and procedures, discovery and monitoring, physical assessments, technical controls that you may have implemented, remediation being a very important task, and then training and awareness to the staff and employees. This is our complete delivery model from a IT security perspective. And where we use CorreLog, you can see out to the side, our discovery and monitoring for our clients, being able to really correlate security-related events and being able to monitor malicious activity and capture event logs. There's a number of tools out there, and our clients already had some in place that will capture logs and security events, yet those have to be correlated. You have to have some type of security knowledge to be able to bring those events together, so you can either tie those into malicious activity or rule out any false positives. And so the discovery and monitoring piece of our delivery method, CorreLog has helped us, and we've helped them develop certain events that we look for throughout a number of devices on our clients' networks. So, what we're delivering through CorreLog, log analysis, activity reports. As George had mentioned, these are real-time activity reports. EGIS has security analysts that monitor our clients' networks on a continuous basis to deliver activity reports, whether that be through email, that be through a phone call, or a monthly call that we would have with their staff members. We can discuss the activity that's taken place over their network and devices and log management capabilities on a continuous basis. What we've done to assist with that process is institute our vulnerability scanning capabilities, and we'll show you here in a second how we've merged that in with CorreLog's dashboard. But we've basically been able to take our vulnerability scanning tools and the results of those reports and implement those with CorreLog so our clients can see a single dashboard with all of their vulnerability information as well. This helps, again, with our healthcare focus. This helps with compliance and risk data. And we've served this up on a client portal as well, so as I mentioned before, we can give our clients a dashboard we've not been able to do in the past where they can go out and see their information, see those events as they occur if they want to, or rely on us to monitor that dashboard for them, do the reporting, and any custom solutions that we have. As George mentioned, the SIEM, basically the security information and event management, the event log correlation, that's extremely important for clients today because how many logs are generated over multiple devices don't always tie in together. So what CorreLog's allowed us to do is take those number of devices, merge those into single events, and correlate those events across multiple devices to again, rule out false positives and identify any malicious activity taking place. The compliance reporting, we say it's unique to the EGIS customer environment because we have different types of customers. You know, different logs or different reporting capabilities are more important to some than they are others, so we can customize any compliance report through CorreLog. What's benefited us the most is having a single centralized server to manage all of our clients across the country. Our analysts can go to one centralized server and manage that process. And then having the ability to review those logs in high speed. And what we mean by that is previously we were not able to generate those logs in a timely fashion without having CorreLog in place. Here's our typical deployment. This is not traditional by any means. You can see from our EGIS Security Center, we would monitor the dashboard, and that's the same type of graph that George showed previous in the presentation. But we can monitor from that, looking for those correlated events. You can see customers 1, 2, and 3. From their deployment standpoint, we would have a data collector at each location, and then to the left you would see how we access that data collector back to our central server so we can monitor from a single point and crosswalk any of our clients. The good part about this is any event that we create for one client that we think is important or would be important to report on, we can institute that same event across all clients. So when we build the reporting capabilities or the database to view certain events, related events, we can push that out to all of the clients and not just one. So we have a broad base of what we may be looking for in similar devices across our entire client base. What we face, we've been in the MSSP model for the last 5 years, and what we used to, the troubles we used to face with the query times running reports. We had difficulty separating client data because of the way it was reported back to us. We had fixed deliverables. The product we were using before we could not really customize to meet our needs. And, poor support from the vendor. I would have to say, not going to name the vendors, anything like that, but from CorreLog, our early partnership we've had here, it's almost been like they've been a part of our team and we've been a part of their team. We've worked closely together to come up with new events, new report formats, and things like that. And that's been really important to us to have success going forward as an MSSP. And so we really look for a partner that would help us develop the product along with us developing their solution as well. So I'd have to say we're very pleased with the way we've been working with CorreLog lately, and I know my analysts and engineers that have been developing the solution have been very pleased. So our capabilities now, we sped up the process. We've been able to manipulate our client data on an individual basis, but as well as crosswalk any of those events we've developed on a one-off type basis across the board. Our customer-driven deliverables, as you can see here, customers have different types of alerts, different types of reporting mechanisms they want to see, different type of events, and we've been able to customize that and build events strictly for those customers. Tool automation has been great for us, and again, supporting other dynamic solutions like our vulnerability scanning tools we've been able to implement within the CorreLog dashboard has been great for us. This is kind of the standard dashboard the analyst would work off of. This is out of the box. So with CorreLog, there's not a whole lot of customization you would need to do out of the box. You can use it directly from implementation, but the great part is that you can customize that, and that's what we've been able to do for our clients to make it more unique to their specific needs. Showing you some of the customized dashboards we have. This is a standard CorreLog dashboard, but the information that you see here is vulnerability data. We use Tenable's Nessus product for our scanning capabilities. We've been able to take their reports, implement it into the dashboard, and make it dynamic. So you can actually click on any of these hosts, the top 20 hosts. You can click on the criticals, lows, mediums, highs. It'll take you directly to that vulnerability and identify what the vulnerability is, the probability of fix, and what could happen should you not patch or remediate that vulnerability. This was kind of work between the two companies to be able to institute this type of information into their dashboard, but it's been very, very beneficial to our client base to see this information at a single location. This is more customized reporting we've had from the events, account lockouts, activity, admin. As George mentioned, it's important to know who's accessing what. We can see admin level changes across the domain. So if there are any deleted admin accounts, if there's new admin accounts added that would increase any user's level of access, we would be able to see that information, immediately report on that information, and then document that as a log to have for forensic analysis later if need be. Failed logins, workstation access, and so on. Again, we can generate the report based on all findings. So if we need an executive level report, say you're meeting for a committee meeting and you want a 50,000-foot view of what security activity is taking place over a given period of time, whether that's quarterly or monthly, we can generate a report from an executive level all the way down to a detailed level for any staff members that would be tasked with remediation. There's some things that we want to accomplish with CorreLog that we have not been able to yet. We're in a new partnership, so we have some things whiteboarded that we need to accomplish for our client base, and working closely with these guys, I can jump right to the last one that says the sky's the limit. It really is with CorreLog, and that's why we've been pleased to work with those guys. Being able to really take our client feedback of what they would like to see and work those details out with CorreLog to incorporate those ideas into their solution is really where we're headed next. And we want to be able to broaden our base of offerings to our clients based on our MSSP model to deliver things that are important to the clients. And again, There's different business drivers for every client. Healthcare client, HIPAA, high-tech, meaningful use. You have others that have PCI, Sarbanes-Oxley, FDIC pressures, and so on. So being able to tailor what those events need to look like and what the reporting capabilities need to be is where we're headed next.